The little hitch peg, which is what I'm highlighting here, this little orange piece. Again, I'm looking at kind of cylindrical in shape, so probably some sort of revolve. We're going to try to model this one in place as well. So it's going to be right back here. All right, I've got my dimensions shown here, so just a few. And for my first thought, I'm going to try to create this shape, right, as kind of like a half of a mushroom. All right, and then from there we can revolve it. All right, so to do this, I'm going to start a sketch, and what I'm noticing is I'm going to kind of create on the right plane because, again, that right plane cuts my train in half, and then I'll be able to kind of sketch on it right there. Okay, so that's going to be my thought right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start do a sketch on the right plane. And now if I zoom in on this, and again, this plane depends on really how you built it. I always try to design my parts so that everything's centered around these planes. That allows me some more flexibility. Okay, so again, looking at this right plane, I'm going to go use the existing edge here. That'll kind of help me get a starting point. I'm also going to kind of look at seeing if I can spot where the center of this is. All right, we'll do that in a second actually, I'll do it this way. If I use this point tool, I know that that's going to be this midpoint just by selecting it and then seeing that box show up. All right, again, looking at it from the right side, let's go ahead and start creating the shape. So it's kind of like a peg. I know this portion is going to stick out, so it's kind of an arc. And to kind of help me see now, I'm going to do a section view of this right plane. Okay, I'm going to choose the right plane. It's going to cut that right where I want it, so it's going to follow this shape. All right, so I'm going to use my line tool now and start drawing this out. There's a line that goes there. Hit escape for now. This is going to connect, and you know what? I take that back. I'm going to delete that. Let's make sure that this line, I'm going to do this, follow it back for now. Click, click. So that'll be the center point of my peg. This is going to come out to this edge. And notice I can't find this edge right now. I'm going to go ahead and just click kind of at random for now. This is going to come out. Again, I don't exactly know the dimension there, so I'm not going to quite click. And then the last thing here, I do know I want a 3-point arc, I believe. So I'm going to click on this point to this point and generally place it for now. I think I'm going to have to make an adjustment there anyways. Okay. All right. So at this point, we kind of have the shape that we want. I'm going to start adding some dimensions. So first off, I'm seeing from this edge to the bottom is 0.5. Let's go and do that first. So on mine, again, it's a little bit different from here to, let's say, here. This should be 0.5. Okay, next up, here to the very top is 0.65. So from here to here is 0.65. All right, let's see what else we got. The bottom diameter is 0.25. Okay, so it's really from here to here. And again, notice right now this is actually a radius. Okay, so the other thing I could do is either create a construction line or I'll do some basic math here. And I think that's the route I'm going to take, where it is 0.25 divided by 2. Okay, so 0.25, I'm going to do \2, and that'll give me that. And it does match up with that outer edge, actually, so I could have used that. And then finally, this diameter is 0.4. Let's go and do that one. Here to here. And again, notice this is right now a radius, so it's actually 0.4 divided by 2. And lastly, looks like I need this radial is 0.208. Okay, this, the dimension of this 0.208. All right, and notice that this locks to this line, which is good. Everything now is fully constrained. I see it's all black. One other thing I'm going to do, though, is trim it, because I notice that there's a line that's kind of cutting here that doesn't actually fulfill my shape that I want, so I trim that up. All right, at this point, hit the check mark. I've got that shape that I want, and it's just a matter of revolving. So go to revolve. I'm going to do this as a new part. The face or the sketch is this one, or I could choose it out of my sketch from over here. revolve axis is the middle of that line. And now we've got that created. It's a new part. Hit the check. Okay, I'm going to turn off my section view and see how it looks. And it looks pretty good. Okay, so at this point, I might also, since the color's very similar, I'll change that one to orange. Hit the check. And then just a little bit of organizing here. This is the Hitch peg. Add that to the folder. Rename this part Hitch peg. We're all set.